All right, girl, we're gonna get you up out of your chair, away from your desk, away from your kids, whatever it is, and do a nice little mobility flow. All you need is a circle of space on the floor in about 6 minutes here. So you're gonna start in a child's pose like you would at the beginning of a yoga class. Breathe, let your hips sink back, open up your chest, reach your hands out further overhead, take a deep breath while you're here. And then when you're ready, you're gonna walk both of your hands over to the right side. Feel a stretch down your lat. So really big, that hand that's coming up and over, stretch through that arm, down the lat, and then switch sides. Same thing, other side. Take one deep breath here, inhale. Exhale, then come up to a tabletop position. We're gonna get started with some cat-cows. So you wanna make sure that we're inhaling and exhaling. So go ahead, let your belly drop to the ground. Inhale, let your belly come up, round into that cat, and exhale. Inhale and exhale. You're gonna flow through this a few times. If you need a few extra, go ahead and pause the video. This is a really great starting point for any mobility that you would do ever. So few inhale, exhales, really round through those shoulder blades. We're gonna stay in this tabletop position for a little bit longer and go into scap push-ups. That's where we're pulling our shoulder blades together and pushing them apart. Really good for that upper back posture there. So again, only the shoulder blades is what we're pinching. Now I want you to work through your neck. So nod your head yes, up and down a few times. Feel everything from the back of your neck, even into your chest, stretch out, and then do the same thing but side to side. So shake your head, shoulder to shoulder, and feel it stretch down into the neck while you're there. We're going into T-spine rotation. So hand to elbow, hand to ear, elbow comes down to the opposite elbow. This is torso. So we're just rotating through the torso. Again, opening up the elbow, bringing it down. This is kind of level 1. We're gonna take it to level 2 in just a moment. But again, pause the video if you need. I'm only doing 3 to 4 reps of each of these. You can do more. Now here's that level 2. It's the full thread of the needle. So you're gonna open up your hand to the ceiling and then thread it all the way under that arm, letting your shoulder rest on the ground. And you can take it one step farther by stretching that hand that's on the floor up above, just to put yourself in a nice little pretzel. So we'll see it again on the other side. Again, you're gonna open up big to the sky, reach underneath, let that shoulder and that ear drop to the ground. Breathe. Again, you can take it to that one next step farther and let that hand stretch up overhead. Big old pretzel with your upper body. Take one deep breath. Unwind yourself. You're gonna come back to a tabletop position here. Grown rock backs are one of my absolute favorites. So you're gonna take one leg, stretch it out to the side, and we're gonna shift our hips back, rocking back, letting that glute drop into the heel of the supported leg. Again, stretching one leg out to the side. You're feeling it in your groin, so like your hip area, into your inner thighs. Again, let it all stretch. Feel your upper back stretch too as your hips go back towards that glute. Do a little tail wag. So shake your butt side to side like a puppy dog would. It just shakes things out, and then from there, we're gonna go into full hip circles in a tabletop position. So rotate through, let your whole body feel the circle, your glutes, your hips, your upper back, and go in both directions. Do a few in each direction, and then switch. Again, a reminder to pause the video. If you're lacking any of these, do a few extra reps. But from here, we're gonna go into a down dog. From a tabletop position, we're going up and down, not just holding it in down dog. Tabletop, push up, let your whole backside feel as you get to that down dog. And then you can also pedal your feet out in between reps, at the top of a rep, but feel your calves, your ankles also pedal out there. We're gonna lay on our side now. So come to the ground, you're laying on one side. We're gonna reach our hand. So we're gonna have one hand stretched out to the side. The top hand's gonna come up and over, and think of reaching those fingertips across further so that we can open up and look to the opposite direction. So this is a good spinal twist rotation. So again, come over, fingertips go extended beyond the hand that's on the ground, and then you open up and look completely in the opposite direction. We're doing a few, 3 to 4, and then we're gonna come to the center before we switch sides. So in the middle of rolling over, get into a touchdown position with your arm. So elbows bent, we're pushing up overhead and pulling back to that T position with our elbow. So this is really good for chest opening into the shoulders, into the armpits. breathe up overhead, pull down, a few reps there before you finally go over to that other side. Same thing as you reach and extend and open. So those fingertips go beyond the fingertips on the ground and open. Look, make sure you look in the opposite direction or follow that hand, so to speak, as you get that full torso rotation in. Let your shoulder blades touch the ground or see how close they can get to the ground. That is part of the mobility here. Now roll over on your back again. We're basically just dropping our knees side to side. It's kind of like a 90-90 position where as you drop, one knee is going to come kind of down towards your ankle and then switch to the other side. Move your feet closer to your butt, away from your butt. Just feel it out, but let it rock side to side. Again, to shake out those hips, we're just letting things flow. Let the weight of gravity help drop your legs to the ground to get a deeper stretch there. And then when you're ready, you can pull one ankle over top of the other knee for a figure four, and we're gonna do some passes with the leg for hamstring stretching. So the leg that's not on top, feel that hamstring, glide through the range of motion up and down. 4, 5, 6 there, switch legs. You might feel that the figure four is more difficult in one position, and that is okay. That's why we're doing it. We have imbalances, but get the figure four and floss the hamstring on both sides for a few reps. Breathe while you're there. And then last but not least, you are doing a beautiful happy baby stretch. So grab the soles of your feet. You can rock side to side, let your hips open, and breathe. Feel free to repeat any of what you just saw. Maybe you pause the video. It's 6 minutes start to finish, but it could be a nice 10-15 minute if you want to take more time there. Good job.